So this is gonna sound silly, maybe even a little dumb. I don't know if any of you ladies or gentlemen have ever felt this way, but especially when it comes to like an anime or about an anime. But I really feel like for me, on like a super personal level, Ascendance of a Bookworm is just a absolutely precious anime to me. And it means a lot, and I can't necessarily put it into words why. It's just one of those anime that like ever since it came out, I have completely and absolutely resonated with. I have been emotional with. I have shared it with my wife. I've watched it now at least 2 or maybe even 3 times where she's been present, and that's only an important fact just because I've watched it so much that she just kind of happened to be around. And it's just one of those things to where it's like, and I've said it before, it's like Lion King to me. It's like one of your favorite Disney movies or whatever it is, and it's like every time it's on or when you don't know what to watch, you put it on and you still completely enjoy it and you still completely get emotional. I've used this example before, but it's like when Mustafa dies, you know it's coming, but the moment that it happens, no matter how much you've prepared yourself for it, you still get emotional. Now, maybe you didn't bawl your eyes out like the same you did the first time, but you still get overly emotional from it. That's what I get from Ascendance of a Bookworm. But instead of the repetitiousness of it, it's now we've gotten, now we're so deep into the new season and we're getting a new look at everything that's surrounding Myne's life. And this week, really focused on a couple of things, but the last portion of the episode focused on 2 main themes, which is Myne finally going back in to be able to spend time with her family, which is overly precious and overly important to her. And it's so evident to every single person as a viewer, us, me and you watching, and as every character around Myne as well. They're able to really look upon the relationships that she has with her mom and with her dad and with Tootie, and they're able to see that it's something different, right? This week, we also got, it's also evident her relationship with Benno is drastically different, and it comes to the chagrin or the surprise of those around her, much like the guard. I'm gonna learn this guy's name eventually. The guard that protects her. Damn, his name's not Hubert. What is it? Hugh? I don't know. But whatever his name is, I'm gonna learn it eventually. It's just so ill important to me. By the time I learn it, where the season's gonna be done. But as they're watching, like the relationships that she has are important, and they're very different than a lot of these nobles are accustomed to. But I thought that the family time was extremely precious, and then on top of that, the mom, right, Mama Eva over here, she finally gives birth to a little boy. So she, now she's gonna have a little baby brother, and that is overly precious. And she realizes how precious it is, but then she also realizes how finite her time is before she has to go and be adopted by Kierstad or whatever his name is. And she has 2 years. She has 2 years to solidify herself within the memory of her baby brother. She has 2 years to spend time with him. She has 2 years to create baby books for him. She has 2 years to prep Tootie and Eva and Gunther for, her not being around as much. So, she obviously wants this child to be educated much like herself, much like Tootie. So she's going to create all this stuff for her. So she's already pre-planning all these things that she's going to do for her little baby brother. And I think that is awesome, and it's just like the word just keeps coming over and over. It's precious, and it's just such a joy to watch. The rest of the episode, was really focused around Sylvester and Ferdinand taking an interest and looking at Myne's operation, from Myne's workshop to Myne's orphanage to how she treats the orphan kids, to the work that she does, to the food that she provides, and who she works with, being Benno. And that part of the episode was really good too. And I will say up front, I don't care how much the anime wants me to like Sylvester. I do not like him still. I don't care. I don't care if they're trying to be like, oh, but he's, he's a tsundere type. You know what I mean? I don't care if he's like, yo, he's good though. He cares about Myne. He gave her a little necklace locklet thing. It's gonna protect her that she pushes a button. I think that's like a tracking device. I don't care. I don't trust him still. And that's my view on him. I don't care if the anime is trying to push this agenda on me and say, yo, Sylvester, you like him now? No, I don't like him. So I'm gonna tell you that up front. It's like I still don't like this dude. But I do see that he has better qualities as he's getting, how do you say it? As he's getting revealed, or as he's getting a Myne's world that she lives in, how she operates, the things that she does is so drastically different than anybody else on the planet, essentially, right? Differs from the mobiles, differs from the nobles, and it differs from the regular peasant common folk, right? She's like this new being. Like she operates in somewhere in the middle, right? Like she has a lot of what's over here and she retains a lot of what's over here, but she operates in this level that's just drastically different from both worlds. That she doesn't really fit anywhere. So she's creating somewhere that she fits in that is just very different. And it's very hard to put it into words, but with Sylvester being shown how she lives, operates, how she treats her staff, how she treats her orphans, the relationships that she has, kind of how they function. It's different than anything that he's been shown before. So I can sympathize that, yeah, he is from a different world, essentially, from a different, the way his life is completely different, that now he's being able to kind of like being shown something that's different, and that he takes an interest in it, and it piques his interest, and he's able to understand Myne a little bit better. Then the other piece of it was Ferdinand trying to speed up the adoption stuff because she does want to create books. Him finally seeing what her printing press is going to be, what it looks like in his current form. Even right now, it's all very manual. They create the sentences. They do the roller with the ink. They push the paper on there, and it's all very manual. But eventually, once her printing press is done, they'll be able to create the words, and then like a machine, or they'll be able to pull a lever, and it'll do the things. It'll be less manual. And once that happens, he's like, holy crap, like this is gonna change everything right now. And of course, like our current world, as new things come in, it phases. Unfortunately, it phases people and their jobs out, right? As certain services, technology, if certain things come in and revolve in, people, unfortunately, and their jobs have to change and revolve out. And that's the current problem that they're going to be facing in this world, is as she creates this printing press that's going to essentially do things that requires multiple shops, it's going to phase out the middle nobles or the lesser nobles that currently are creating books and things like this, because it's going to go from a novelty to a commonality. And it's a big change for this world. And that's something that she's going to have to think about. But she's going to not be able to kind of push that agenda forward, like Ferdinand said, until she's adopted by Kierstead. So that's going to be one of the interesting things. I'm going over on time here, but I just want to say, another episode of Ascendance of a Bookworm. This episode was absolutely freaking awesome. The ending scene, where the illustration at the end was absolutely gorgeous, with Gunther, with Eva, with Tootie, and with Myne, with the little baby brother. I thought that was absolutely gorgeous. It was a beautiful illustration. Just like this episode number 31 was a gift. It was a gift to us as well. And I just appreciate this anime. All right, my friends, I'm going to see you guys on next week's episode on next Monday for Ascendance Book War Mondays. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and thank you guys for stopping by today. I'll see you next week.